Hey, what's good, fam? It's Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Today, we're talking about the Alabama quarterback position and the major storylines going into spring ball. But before our video breakdown, definitely hit the thumbs up, like, and subscribe. We appreciate you more than you know. We're going to break this video up into a couple different parts. We're going to talk about the major storyline going into spring ball, the second major storyline, and other items we're tracking. This video is just about the quarterbacks. We've already talked about the quarterback preview. This will be about storylines that we're tracking going into spring football. Now, the first thing to know is, obviously, Alabama has to replace Mac Jones. Threw for 4,500 yards last year, leading Alabama to a perfect season, and is now considered a top 15 pick in this coming NFL draft by major NFL draft analysts. Alabama not going after a grad transfer, I think, is very, very telling because they have confidence in this quarterback room. I've been told by sources that Alabama really likes their quarterback room, and Alabama could have went out to the transfer portal and brought in somebody with a little bit more experience, but Alabama is very confident with the quarterbacks that return on the roster. Now, the major storyline going into spring football is Bryce Young taking over for Mac Jones as QB1. Yes, you heard that right. QB1 going into the springtime. We're going to talk about the other quarterbacks in this video, but let's highlight Bryce first, okay? He's definitely quarterback one going into spring football. He returns with the most experience out of any of these quarterbacks. Now, didn't get a large sample size, and we've talked about that plenty on previous video breakdowns. Last year was 13 of 22 for 156 yards with one touchdown in just a small sample size. I think what's going to happen with Bryce Young is you're going to see him be able to have an opportunity to show that he can lead this offense. And I think this springtime will allow him to build some really good continuity with his teammates. As you rewind to 2020, remember, these quarterbacks didn't have an opportunity to build any continuity with their teammates because there was no spring football. So I think this spring football period is going to be vital, especially for the quarterback room, because all these quarterbacks coming into the 2021 season have a limited experience. Clearly, Bryce Young has what it takes to lead this team, to lead this offense. And I think that you're going to see a lot of progression from him going into year two with the Alabama Crimson Tide. A couple different things we're looking to see from Bryce Young during the springtime is, number one, just how comfortable he is inside the pocket. Now, last season, he was sacked probably more times than he wanted to be sacked. But I think overall, we're looking to see how comfortable he is inside the pocket and what he does when he's outside of the pocket. As we all know, Bryce Young has the ability to make defenders miss, to keep his eyes downfield, and to hit receivers in stride. Now, he doesn't have the biggest arm, but a lot of people might say that having the strongest arm might be a little bit overrated. It's more about that efficiency and being able to make throws when they are needed. Now, one player that I want you to remember is go back with me to the game against Kentucky. Bryce Young has heat. He's able to evade a couple defenders, and he's able to make a good, accurate throw downfield to Devontae Smith for his first career touchdown. I think that that's what I'm looking forward to seeing with Bryce Young is how he's able to evade defenders, make plays, and just provide kind of that extra playmaker ability at the quarterback position. So that's what we're watching with Bryce Young leading the Alabama first team offense. Now, the second major storyline at quarterback is the fact that we're finally going to see Paul Tyson. This has been a long time coming. I think as Alabama fans, everybody has wanted to see what Paul Tyson has from the quarterback standpoint. He's always been the biggest quarterback in the room since he arrived a couple seasons ago. This will be his third season on campus at the University of Alabama. So while Bryce Young has the playing experience, Paul Tyson has more experience in the sense that he's been around the program a couple more seasons. And I think from a leadership standpoint, you're going to see Paul Tyson be able to have that with his teammates. He's been here for a while. He knows the system. And I get it. They're going to have to replace their offensive coordinator. But these are very intelligent individuals at the quarterback position, whether it be Bryce Young, Paul Tyson. I think with opportunities from Paul Tyson, it's going to be about making the most of those opportunities, whether he's repping with the first team, whether he's repping with the second team, and really getting comfortable just in actual game experience, because we haven't seen too much of him besides maybe working with the threes and some of the backups. But now this is his time to take those opportunities and really run with it. And I'm going to say this plenty. There's nothing wrong with having quality quarterbacks, multiple quarterbacks, because as the backup, you're always one play away from actually being the guy. So it's never a bad thing to have two guys that can lead this team. I want to see Paul Tyson zip the ball downfield. I want to see him stand tall in the pocket, make those throws, make the reads that he has to make, and showcase his ability that he can lead this Alabama offense. I think there's a large camp that wants to see Paul Tyson shine, and for whatever reason, I think there's a group out there that doesn't feel that he has that ability. So I think that'll allow him to play with a chip on his shoulder, and I think it's going to be a great opportunity for him to say, you know what, I can lead this Alabama offense when my name is called on. So we're finally going to see Paul Tyson. Really excited to see these younger quarterbacks step up this coming season. Other storylines that we are tracking at the quarterback room. What will Bill O'Brien's approach be with each of these quarterbacks, given the fact that they have contrasting styles, right? We talked about the fact that Bryce Young, if he gets outside the pocket, if he needs to, he can make plays. How is Bill O'Brien going to design plays around Bryce Young and Paul Tyson? Paul Tyson not being as nimble, staying in the pocket, but he has a bigger arm, can see over the line with his size. So is it going to be a different approach with each of those quarterbacks, or is it just going to be one style? I'm also curious to see if Bill O'Brien's going to go for big plays, similar to what Mike Locksley did when he was the offensive coordinator. It felt like he drew up big plays and really let Alabama's weapons on the outside do the work, whereas Steve Sarkisian had more of a methodical approach and was about high efficiency and kind of a balanced approach, using Najee Harris, using Mac Jones' efficiency to work down the field and to kill time of possession. I think he did a great job with that. So what is Bill O'Brien going to do with each of these quarterbacks? We're also watching how ready is early enrollee quarterback Jalen Milroe. This will be obviously his first time at the college level. And during springtime, it's a great time to get reps, to learn the system, and how ready is he? We've seen quarterbacks come in during this time and flourish. We've seen some quarterbacks come in and they need a little bit of time, but this will be a great opportunity for Jalen Milroe to cut his teeth during spring football. As always, we want to hear from you inside the comment box. When you look at the quarterback room, what are your biggest questions about the quarterback position for Alabama going into spring football? What are you looking forward to seeing from Bryce Young? What are you looking forward to seeing from Paul Tyson or Jalen Milroe? We want to hear from you inside the comment box. Definitely be sure to hit the like. Please subscribe for more Alabama football coverage. Spring football starts next week. That'll be Friday, March 19th. We'll have tons of coverage for you right here on BamaInsider.com. My name is Kyle Henderson, and I'm coming to you from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hit the thumbs up, like, and subscribe. We appreciate you more than you know.